All right, welcome back, everyone. Big weekend coming up, huh?
Absolutely.
Thanksgiving and Black Friday.
That's right.
Full of football. So we figured,
Got it.
people are going to be gathering.
Yeah.
And you need to be the smartest person at the table.
They need to know what they're talking about.
Exactly.
Right.
So we're
Yeah.
diving into the NFL.com preview article
We are.
for Week 13.
There's a lot of games.
A lot of games to talk about.
A lot to cover.
So let's jump into it.
Yeah. Let's start with Thanksgiving.
Okay.
The first game up,
Okay.
we've got the Chicago Bears
Yes.
going to Detroit
The Lions.
to face the Lions.
9-game win streak.
It's pretty impressive.
Surprising.
Yeah, it is.
The Bears, well,
Not so much.
not having the best season.
But, this game
Yep.
might be closer than people think.
Okay, interesting.
The Bears just brought in Thomas Brown
Right.
as their offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
And we're seeing a difference already. Oh, really? In Caleb Williams.
Oh,
He's playing with more confidence.
okay.
The offense is less predictable,
Interesting.
so they could surprise people.
That's a good point. And plus,
Yeah.
the Lions do have some guys
Yeah.
in their secondary that are kind of banged up.
That's true.
Terry and Arnold missed last week.
Yep.
Ennis Rakestraw Jr. is on IR.
Great.
Even Carlton Davis
Yeah.
left the last game with an injury.
That could be big
Yeah.
because the Bears
Yeah.
might be able to exploit that,
Especially if Williams
especially if he keeps playing well.
yeah, continues on this upward trajectory.
On the other hand,
Yeah.
the Lions have a really powerful run game,
Yes, they do.
which could give the Bears fits,
That's true.
especially if David Montgomery's shoulder
He's healthy.
is all healed up.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's a big if.
Montgomery and Gibbs together,
Oh, yeah.
a nightmare.
Nightmare for defenses.
Yeah.
They're so hard to stop.
And Montgomery, against his old team.
Always plays with a little extra fire.
I feel like he always has a good game against them.
He does.
Didn't he average like 6.5 yards per carry
He did.
last year against them?
6.5 yards per carry.
Something like that.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
something to watch.
Definitely.
The Bears have had trouble stopping the run
They
this
did.
season, and that Lions offensive line
Oh, man.
is playing at an elite level right now.
They're opening up some huge holes.
Huge holes for
Yeah.
those guys.
And they're giving Jared Goff plenty of time to
Yeah.
throw the ball as well.
So maybe the Bears' best bet is to try to win a shootout
Maybe.
if Williams can jump up with Goff.
Yeah.
And the Lions' offense.
It's a long shot.
Yeah. But hey,
Thanksgiving.
anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
That's right.
All right, let's move on to our next Thanksgiving matchup.
Okay.
The New York Giants
All right.
taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
Wow.
The Giants hanging on to playoff hopes
By a thread.
by a thread. But history's not on their side.
Not at all.
7 straight losses to Dallas.
Yep.
Never won in Dallas on Thanksgiving.
That's right.
Oh, and the Cowboys are starting Cooper Rush,
Yeah.
who seems to have the Giants' number.
He does.
I hate to say it, but I'm sensing a blowout here.
Don't write him off just yet.
Okay.
The Giants do have some talent on offense,
Okay.
particularly at the receiver position.
Malik Neighbors,
Malik Neighbors.
Tyrone Tracy Jr.
Tyrone Tracy Jr.
Yeah.
could cause some problems for the Cowboys.
Okay.
But the big question mark is Tommy DeVito.
Yeah.
He's dealing with a forearm injury,
Right.
and he hasn't looked comfortable against Dallas in the past.
And to make matters worse,
Yeah.
their defense has been atrocious against the run.
Atrocious
No.
lately.
Yeah, if they can't stop Zeke.
If they can't stop Zeke and Pollard,
And Pollard, it's going to be a long day.
it's going to be a long day.
Don't forget about Micah Parsons either
Oh, my gosh.
on that Cowboys defense.
Ooh.
He can single-handedly
He can wreck a game plan
wreck a game.
by himself.
Oh, man.
He's that good.
Okay. I'm officially worried for the Giants now.
Well, we'll see.
This is starting to feel like a recipe for disaster.
They might surprise us,
Okay.
but I definitely agree that Dallas has the advantage.
All right, on to the final game
Okay.
of the Thanksgiving tripleheader.
Right.
The Miami Dolphins heading north
Okay.
to face the Green Bay Packers.
Right.
This is a game with some serious playoff implications.
Yeah, for both teams.
Yeah, for both teams. And it's a big test
Huge test.
for Tua and the Dolphins.
Yeah, they got to prove
Prove that they can win
that they can win in the cold
in cold weather.
after those late season struggles last year.
Yeah, the forecast is calling for freezing temperatures
Oh,
and
well,
maybe even some snow.
not ideal.
Tough environment for a team from Miami.
But Tua has been playing at an MVP level
Yep.
since he came back from that concussion.
Yeah.
Incredibly efficient.
Yeah.
making smart decisions.
Yeah.
With the ball.
And he's got weapons.
He does.
Waddle Hill
Oh, yeah.
can make plays against any defense.
Any defense.
Plus, the Packers might be missing Jerry Alexander,
That's true.
their top cornerback.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
But don't underestimate the Packers' running game.
Oh, that's true.
Josh Jacobs has been a workhorse,
Yeah.
and they've been leaning on him heavily
Yeah, they have.
the last few weeks.
So it'll be interesting to see if
Yeah.
they stick with that
Gets Miami.
against Miami.
Yeah. Are they going to trust Jordan Love
Yeah.
to throw the ball against that secondary?
Yeah. Especially with Romeo Doubs potentially out.
Potentially out, yeah.
Classic matchup of styles here.
It is.
The Dolphins' high-flying offense
Yeah.
against the Packers.
More physical,
Yeah.
run-heavy attack.
And the weather could play a huge role
Oh, yeah.
in who comes out on top.
If it's a snowy, windy day,
Yeah.
that favors the Packers.
This game could be a real nail-biter.
I think so. One of the most intriguing matchups of the weekend.
Absolutely.
All right, we've tackled
We have.
all 3 Thanksgiving games.
Yep.
Let's fast forward to Black Friday.
Okay.
We've got the Las Vegas Raiders
Yeah.
facing off against the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, boy.
This one has all the makings
It does.
of a classic David versus Goliath story.
David versus Goliath.
The Raiders struggling.
Struggling.
They're starting their third-string quarterback,
Third stringer.
Aiden O'Connell.
Aiden O'Connell.
Hold on, didn't O'Connell beat the Chiefs last Christmas?
He did,
Listen.
but it was a very strange game.
Okay.
The Raiders' defense scored 2 touchdowns.
Oh, wow.
The Chiefs made a ton of mistakes.
Okay, so maybe not the best example of
Yeah.
Connell's brilliance,
Right.
but still,
Still.
he showed he can handle the pressure
Yeah.
of playing at Arrowhead.
That's true.
So,
We'll see if he can do it again.
yeah,
This time he's going up against a Chiefs team that's looking to bounce back.
that's true.
After a couple of close games,
Yeah,
they're not going to be happy.
you're not going to be happy.
Yep.
And they might be getting Isaiah Pacheco back
Oh,
from injury.
that's a big one.
He's been out since week 2,
I know.
but he was a key part
Key part
of their offense
of their offense last year.
last year.
If Pacheco's healthy,
Yeah,
that's a huge boost for the Chiefs.
take some pressure off of Mahomes.
Absolutely.
Gives them another dimension
Another dimension on offense.
on offense.
Yeah,
So the Raiders are definitely facing an uphill battle here.
they are.
But you never know.
You never know.
Maybe they can catch the Chiefs off guard again.
It's possible.
Yeah.
The Chiefs' defense hasn't been as dominant as
Right.
in years past.
They've shown some vulnerability
They have
late in games.
late in games.
Maybe the Raiders can pull off another Black Friday miracle.
stranger things have happened,
Stranger things have happened in the NFL,
especially on holidays.
especially on holidays. That's right.
That's right. You know what's interesting about this week?
Right.
Just the sheer number of potential upsets.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think
You've got my attention now.
we've already talked about a few, but I
Yeah.
think there's even more.
Okay, like what games are we talking about?
Well, let's go back to that Bears-Lions game for a second.
Okay,
The Lions have been on fire,
they have.
but there's a part of me that wonders
Yeah.
if they're due for a letdown.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
They've had a pretty easy schedule lately,
That's true.
and maybe they haven't been truly tested,
Yeah, you're right.
right? They haven't really faced a lot of adversity.
No, they haven't.
And, they're clearly a talented team,
Yeah,
but they're still relatively young and inexperienced.
that's a great point. And
Yeah.
to sustain that level of dominance over a whole season,
It's tough to do.
it's incredibly difficult.
Yeah, in the NFL.
And the Bears,
Yeah,
despite their record,
right.
they're a team that can't be taken lightly.
Especially with their new offensive coordinator.
Thomas Brown.
Thomas Brown, yeah, he's brought a new energy to
Okay.
that offense.
Yeah.
And Caleb Williams seems to be thriving.
Yeah. Williams has that X factor. He can make plays.
With his arm and his legs.
Yeah.
And if he gets hot,
Oh, yeah.
he could give the Lions defense fits.
And let's not forget about those injuries in the secondary.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
If those guys aren't 100%,
If they're not healthy,
the Bears might be able to take advantage.
that's a great point.
I'm starting to see the upset potential here.
Yeah. And it happens all the time.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time a team on a win streak
Yeah.
stumbles against a seemingly inferior opponent.
It happens all the time in the NFL.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just a matter of the right team,
Right place, right time.
catching the other team at the right time.
Yeah.
And who knows, maybe the Bears are that team this week.
Speaking of potential upsets, the Giants-Cowboys game
Yeah.
has me intrigued as well.
Yeah.
It's true that the Giants have struggled against Dallas.
Yeah.
They're facing a lot of historical demons
Yeah.
in this
There's
matchup.
a lot of history there.
But there's something about divisional rivalry games
Oh, yeah.
that just brings out the unexpected.
You can throw out the records in those games.
Yeah,
The intensity is always higher.
absolutely.
Emotions run deeper.
Yeah.
And that can lead to some surprising outcomes.
Plus, the Giants do have some weapons on offense
Yeah.
that could give the Cowboys defense trouble.
Yeah, they do.
Malik Neighbors is a legit #1 receiver.
He is.
And Tyrone Tracy Jr.
Yeah.
has the potential to be a game changer.
He does. But the key for the Giants
Yeah.
will be protecting Tommy DeVito.
Right.
That Cowboys pass rush is
Oh.
ferocious.
Led by Micah Parsons, who is just a one-man wrecking crew.
One-man wrecking crew.
Yeah.
If DeVito is under pressure constantly,
Yeah.
he's not going to be able to get the ball to his playmakers.
And their run defense
Yeah.
has been a major liability.
If they can't stop Zeke and Pollard,
If they can't stop those guys,
it could be a long day.
it's going to be a long day.
Absolutely. The Cowboys have a very balanced offense,
They do.
and they can attack you in so many ways.
Yeah.
But if the Giants can somehow limit the damage on the ground,
Yeah.
and if DeVito can avoid those killer turnovers, they might have a shot at keeping this game close.
It's a tall order.
It is.
But wouldn't it be something
Oh, it would be.
if the Giants could finally break that losing streak
On Thanksgiving Day,
against Dallas on Thanksgiving Day?
that would be a statement.
Yeah.
A huge statement win for the Giants.
Yeah, it really would.
It would send shockwaves through the NFC East.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's shift gears and talk about that Black Friday matchup
Okay.
between the Raiders and the Chiefs.
Right.
We already touched on the fact that Aiden O'Connell
Yeah.
pulled off that upset last Christmas.
He did.
But realistically, how much of a chance
Right.
do the Raiders actually have?
It's hard to say.
Yeah.
On paper, the Chiefs are clearly the better team.
They are?
They have the more talented quarterback,
Yes.
the more explosive offense,
Yeah.
and arguably the better defense as well.
Okay, but the Raiders do have a few things working in their favor.
Right.
Like,
Well, for starters, they have that element of surprise.
okay,
You know, the Chiefs might overlook them a bit,
that's true.
especially considering their recent struggles.
Yeah, and like you mentioned,
Yeah.
Chiefs defense hasn't been as dominant
Not as dominant as they've been.
as in years past.
They've given up some big plays.
Yeah.
They've struggled at times to close out games.
Yeah.
They're not invincible.
Okay.
If the Raiders can somehow get an early lead,
Okay.
put some pressure on Mahomes,
Yeah.
force the Chiefs to play from behind,
Yeah.
then maybe, just maybe, they can make things interesting.
Okay, I'm starting to see like this faintest glimmer of hope for the Raiders, but they're going to need a lot of things to go right.
They will. It would be a monumental task.
Yeah.
But hey, it's the NFL.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. That's why they play the games.
I'm curious, though, about the impact
Yeah,
of Isaiah Pacheco potentially returning.
that's a big one.
We know he's been out for a while.
Yeah.
But if he's healthy
Yeah.
and back in the lineup,
That could be a game changer for Kansas City.
yeah, how so?
Well, Pacheco brings a different dimension to their offense.
Okay.
He's a powerful runner
Yeah.
who can wear down defenses.
Yeah,
And he's also a threat to catch the ball out of the backfield.
that's a good point.
So his presence would take some pressure off of Mahomes.
Yeah.
In the passing game,
It would make them even tougher to defend.
it would, yeah.
So if Pacheco's back
Yeah.
to his old self,
It's going to be even tougher for the Raiders
yeah,
to pull off the upset.
it would definitely make their job more challenging.
It would.
But even with Pacheco, the Chiefs are not unbeatable
They've shown some vulnerabilities
this season.
this season. And if the Raiders can exploit those weaknesses,
Okay.
play a near-perfect game,
Yeah.
then who knows?
I like your optimism,
Well,
but I think we can both agree that the Chiefs
oh, yeah.
are still the heavy favorites.
Absolutely no doubt about that.
Okay.
But let's not forget,
Yeah.
this is a rivalry game,
It is.
and anything can happen.
You never know.
The Raiders have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
They might just come out swinging.
That's what makes these holiday games so fun to watch.
That's right.
You never know what's going to happen.
You just never know.
There's always the potential for the unexpected.
Absolutely.
Those moments that make you jump out of your seat.
I love those moments.
Did you see that?
Yeah, that's what we're hoping for this weekend.
Exactly.
A few upsets,
Yeah.
a few surprises,
Yeah.
and a whole lot of exciting football.
All right. So we've covered all 4 games
We have
on our Thanksgiving and Black Friday
football feast.
football feast. We've analyzed the matchups.
Yep.
Identified the potential upsets.
Yes.
Hopefully giving you, dear listener,
Yeah.
enough ammunition
To dominate those football conversations
to dominate those football conversations this weekend
at the dinner table.
with your family and friends.
That's right. You know, as we're wrapping this up,
Yeah.
I keep coming back to that Dolphins-Packers game.
Okay.
That one has me the most on edge, I think.
Really? Why is that?
I mean, the Lions are definitely a contender for an upset.
Yeah?
But there's something about the Dolphins-Packers matchup
Okay.
that just feels different.
What is it?
It's a clash of styles,
Right.
a battle of wills.
Yeah.
You got Tua and that explosive Dolphins offense
Right.
going up against the Packers' gritty defense,
Yeah.
their commitment to the run game.
And of course, the weather could be a huge factor, too.
Oh, yeah.
If it's a snowy, windy day up there in Green Bay,
Yeah.
it could really neutralize the Dolphins' speed
Absolutely.
and play right into the Packers' hands.
Imagine Tua trying to throw those deep bombs to Tyreek Hill
Oh, yeah.
with snow swirling around him
Yeah.
and the wind howling in his face.
That's not a pretty picture
Not at all.
for Dolphins fans. But
Kelly?
on the other hand, if the weather's relatively mild,
Yeah.
the Dolphins might be able to light up the scoreboard.
They could.
That's what makes this game so fascinating.
Yeah, it's a true toss-up.
Yeah.
And the stakes are so high
Incredibly high.
for both teams.
Yeah.
The Dolphins are trying to prove that they're contenders
Right?
in the AFC.
Legitimate contender.
Legitimate contenders, yeah.
And the Packers are
Fighting for their playoff life
in a tough NFC North.
in a very tough NFC North.
Okay, I am officially on the edge of my seat.
Me too.
This Dolphins-Packers game
This can be a good one.
has all the makings of an instant classic.
It does, and I haven't even mentioned the coaching matchup.
Oh, yeah.
Mike McDaniel versus Matt LaFleur,
Oh, man, you're right.
two of the brightest young minds
In the NFL.
in the league going head-to-head.
McDaniel's offensive schemes.
He's so creative.
So creative.
He always seems to find a way to get his players open.
Yeah, he puts his players in a position to succeed.
He does.
And LaFleur's done a remarkable job adapting to the personnel he has
He has.
up there in Green Bay.
It's going to be a chess match
It really is.
between those two.
I can't wait to see who comes out on top.
Me neither.
So to recap,
Yeah.
we've got 4 games this weekend,
4 big games.
all with their own unique storylines.
That's right.
Potential for surprises. We've got the Bears trying to play spoiler
Against the Lions.
against the Red Hot Lions.
Yeah.
The Giants hoping to break their losing streak
Going against the Cowboys
against the Cowboys.
on Thanksgiving Day.
The Dolphins
Yeah,
battling the elements and the Packers
that's right.
in a crucial NFC matchup.
Very crucial.
And the Raiders hoping for another Black Friday miracle
Against the Chiefs.
against the Chiefs.
That's right.
I think we're
Okay.
both in agreement
Oh, yeah.
that we're rooting for at least one upset, right?
At least one upset,
Upsets are what make holidays like this so memorable.
That's right. They add that element of unpredictability.
Yeah.
Just you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, that sense of wonder and excitement
And they give us something to talk about
for weeks to come.
for weeks to come.
That's right.
All right, I think we've covered everything.
I think we have.
You're officially prepped and ready to go
You heard it here first, folks.
to impress your friends and family with your football knowledge.
Remember,
What?
it's not just about the wins and losses.
That's right.
It's about enjoying the games, the food,
And the
the company of your loved one,
of your loved ones. That's right.
and maybe winning a few friendly wagers.
A few friendly wagers, why not?
A little friendly competition never hurts.
Never hurts.
So sit back, relax,
Enjoy the feast.
and enjoy the football feast.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
And happy Black Friday, everyone.
We'll catch you next time for another deep dive.